Welcome to Great to Lead. In this video, I will give you examples of how to show empathy in the workplace, share a few downsides of empathy, because there are a few, as well as show you the differences of empathy and sympathy. So let's jump in. A recent survey showed 35% of employees identify their bosses as the major source of stress. This is startling and heartbreaking at the same time, and I don't know about you, but being the source of stress for my employees is the last thing that I want to be. In addition, 52% of employees reported feeling burned out in the past year because of their job, and 37% reported feeling so overwhelmed that it made it hard to do their job. If you think you're stressed as a leader, don't you think that those that you lead are stressed as well? I feel stress among my staff more this year than ever before, and I know many of the factors are out of my control, but that doesn't mean that there's nothing I can do. As leaders, we have a responsibility to care for those that we lead, and the best way to do that is to show empathy. The best part is showing empathy is free. Yes, we can do morale-boosting things frequently, and those are key as well, but the results are not long-term. Empathy, however, allows you to form connections with those that you lead, and that builds trust and sustains through difficult times. So listen to this. Employees who believe their organizations, and especially their managers, are empathetic tend to call in sick less, report less burnout, have better mental health and morale, as well as have a greater intent to stay at their organization. People who feel empathized with also tend to innovate more and take creative risks. So what does it look like to lead with empathy? Leading with empathy can take two forms. The first way to lead with empathy is a simple test of the golden rule. As a leader, ask yourself, how would I feel in their shoes at this moment? And the second way to lead with empathy requires action. This means offering help and taking a servant leader approach. Showing employees that you too serve the company and grind out the work will foster respect and encourage top quality work ethic from others. You gain a ton of respect when your employees know that you are in it with them and not just on the sidelines. Here are some practical ways to lead with empathy. Offer assistance when you see a need. Say, I'll take care of that for you, or is there anything I can do to help? Better yet, just jump in if you see that help is needed. You should also create a safe space for employees to express their concerns without repercussion. If they are not allowed to express their concerns in an open and honest way with you, you will hear about it in another way. And I don't know about you, but I'd rather be the person that they are sharing their concerns with than to other employees. It's also important to note when emotions are high, things don't always come out right, so give grace in this area. It doesn't mean that employees should be disrespectful, but it does mean that you need to allow some freedom to share in an authentic way. Just this week, I asked an employee what she thought. I could tell that she was reserved to share, so I simply said, go ahead, lay it all out there, just say it. I also say, if I don't know what's truly going on or how you're feeling, I don't know how I can help in this situation. But never ask questions about how employees are feeling about a situation without being ready to listen. I have a video called Are You Listening or Reloading, which can give you some more tips in this area. Be willing to look at things from different perspectives. Never assume that you know the full situation until you've taken time to listen. To do this, you must be open-minded and not go into things with a predetermined idea of the situation. I cannot tell you how many times I was beyond thankful that I listened to all sides before jumping to a conclusion. Sometimes what we see and hear does not reflect what's actually going on. Hearing all sides, tell your employees that you're fair and you don't cast judgment until they've been heard. It is also important to note there are a few downsides of showing empathy. First, it can deplete your empathy tank. Sometimes we give all that we have to those that we lead and we save little for those who are at home who love us the most. Also, if you're not mindful, it can cloud your judgment and not seeing the big picture, which can lead to poor decision making. And finally, it could cause you to show favoritism to one employee over the other because you have gone through what they have gone through, and because of that, you now have a deeper connection with them. None of these are reasons to not show empathy, but they are important factors to keep in mind. Understanding the difference in sympathy and empathy is also important because they have different outcomes in the workplace. Here are 3 examples. In team connection, empathy builds strong, trusting relationships by making employees feel truly understood. With sympathy, it can create a temporary sense of care that may not deepen relationships. With problem solving, empathy seeks to understand the underlying issues before offering solutions, where sympathy may offer solutions without fully understanding the root cause. In leadership approach, empathy encourages a collaborative environment where employees feel valued and heard. With sympathy, it may create a leader-follower dynamic with some distance. I close each video by saying, strive to be a leader who inspires and leads with greatness. This is not just something I say, it's the type of leader I genuinely want to be for those that I lead. At the end of the day, my staff may not agree with all of my decisions or even like me, but if they walk away knowing that I have always shown care, have been fair, and have shown respect towards them, I feel that I've succeeded as a leader. I want to end with a quote from Brené Brown. She says, "Empathy doesn't require that we have the exact same experiences as the person sharing their story with us. Empathy is connecting with the emotion that the person is experiencing, not the event or the circumstance." Thank you for joining Great to Lead. If you found value in the content today, please like the video and subscribe to the page. Until next week, strive to be a leader who inspires and leads with greatness.